So, yeah, I didn't get what I planned to do today done, or yesterday. Um, the past couple days sort of went to hell in that regard. I didn't plan to do much today. I just kind of wanted to do the books that I didn't get a chance to do yesterday, and Jean had planned to help. The thing is that I couldn't carry the books downstairs. So Jean was gonna help me today, and then we sort of got sidetracked because today's our date day. And we were sort of like, yeah, you can get the notarized letter for homeschooling Chris next week. You already did errands this past Thursday and spent the entire day on something that should have taken 2 hours, but didn't because, man, it wasn't even his fault. So anyway, yeah. And then we were gonna go somewhere where we didn't. We just sort of stayed in and watched video on the laptop. Also, I spent a short amount of time editing that one story. I haven't had a lot of time to do it. And also, I have a general idea for NaNoWriMo, which is interesting because I actually dropped out of NaNoWriMo for a few years. It's been a while since I've done it. And then, yeah, I actually ended up losing the story because of some stuff. So, yeah, I'm actually kind of ashamed of that because the person who was going to read it first, like, I can't send it to her because I have, like, nothing left in me to, like, rewrite it. I've rewritten that story so many times. I finally got it the way that I wanted, and just, it's simply gone. I spent way too long on it, and making sure that, like, it followed a strict set of whatever, it's just gone. So, yeah. I mean, I wrote languages for this story. Like, losing something like that, it's just gone. So, what I'm gonna do for NaNoWriMo is actually a pretty simple story, but, it's more the concepts that I want to illustrate in it. I'm going to use the characters to illustrate these concepts. Now, at first, I was thinking, like, initially there should only be one survivor, but I'm like, how can I illustrate these other concepts if there's only one survivor? You know, it's like that. So I was just... I think I actually need to look up some stuff. But I'm trying not to work on it before NaNoWriMo. That's whenever you're actually writing it. I guess it's not bad, like, if you do some research beforehand if you want to. But there's kind of some stuff I want to know just to work on my outline. Because, you know, it's the month before NaNoWriMo, and they actually encourage you doing an outline early. And I just want to sort of get stuff out of the way so that if by some miracle I actually manage to have the time to get out all these words in a timely manner and actually keep up with it, I actually kind of want to try and do that. So, yeah. There's actually a lot of stuff that we can't pack up yet. So, not doing the garage sale. I'm just going to use the clothes that people have grown out of and stuff as material. I'm probably going to make like a quilt or something, or use it to stuff a pillow, or to stuff a quilt, sorry. That's actually how they used to do quilts. That is a true traditional quilt. Using old clothing and old blankets to line it, instead of quilting fluffies. I call it fluffies. I don't know what you call it. I don't care. Okay, I do know what it's actually called, but I don't care. Quilting fuzzies or quilting fluffies is better. It's just better. It's not actually what it's called, though. What? Not lucky. I'm exhausted. So, we're actually going to live somewhere near a community center. That's like finding a unicorn. Now let's see if this unicorn is actually that. Because I've literally never lived close enough to a community center for it to matter. Most people don't. They don't really have them sprinkled out throughout the city. Usually cities only have like one, and they don't really service anything outside that community. Even though like they're supposed to be a community for the city, but the city itself is not a community. The city is huge, and that's just not how it works. On a base level, humans simply don't work that way, and we're too spread out for it to even be plausible for some people. I mean, the city of Phoenix is massive. We live maybe hours away from a community center. It just, and then if you bus, oh god, no. I mean, that's a day trip just to get there and back. You have no time to actually spend there. So whenever I say there's no community center around, I mean there's no community center around. There's one for the city. And then, yeah. Yeah. So, I don't even think I know where Glendale's is, because we lived, like, on the fringe of Glendale, and so I guess we're gonna live, I mean, it's not a hop, skip, and a jump, but it's close enough that we could actually go. So, I guess while we're waiting for Boys and Girls Club to go through, that's the plan, Get Chris in something there that gets him around other kids, and they have swimming classes. Since Chris doesn't want to listen to me and I've given up on it. As far as swimming goes, Chris, last time I tried to teach him to swim, and the time before that, he ended up getting banned from the pool all summer because he pretended that he was drowning to get out of it. Yeah. Because he didn't want to float because floating is scary. It didn't matter. Even we demonstrated it. We explained how it's not scary, but it is important in case something happens. And he can float, but he refuses to do so because he's just terrified of it. So I'm just. He cannot wear floaties forever. He is 7. We're just going to give him over to a professional for this. We're hoping that seeing other kids doing it at the same time will help and sort of give him an example. Because whenever he's around that example where other kids are behaving, so does he. So that's his typical way of it. So that's what we're hoping will actually happen. Yeah. My cord is short on this charger, so I have to hold it here. So it's yelling at me and it's saying, "Charge me 15%. What? It said 40 before, 10 minutes in, and it's like, your camera is mysteriously draining it. What? What, cat? What, Lucky? What? So, yeah, I mean, we've got plans. Concrete plans. But I'd still like to get him in the Boys and Girls Club. Just because it's a good opportunity, and it opens up doors for more opportunities, for him. But